UCLA just fired its football coach, DeShaun Foster. He just got there. What happened? Locked on Big Ten starts right now.
You are Locked On Big Ten, your daily podcast on the Big Ten Conference. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
Welcome to Locked On Big Ten. I'm Craig Sheeman, 40 years as a sports talk show host and play-by-play announcer. I want to thank you for making us your first listen each and every day. We are free and available wherever you get your podcasts on YouTube, part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day. Hey, hit that free subscribe button down below. That way you'll never miss a single episode. And if you could share, follow, and like, that helps us out as well. And you know you could hype your YouTube videos? Yeah. All right, UCLA had seen enough. They fired DeShaun Foster this weekend. So what's the plan? What's going on? Plus, I'm going to tell you what we're going to do this weekend. Saturday, we're going to do something we've never done before here on Locked On Big Ten. I'll share that with you in just a few moments. But UCLA fired football coach DeShaun Foster 3 games into his second season, and his tenure lasted just 15 games. He was 5-10, and after an 0-3 start this season, which the Bruins never led, they let him go. The final capper probably was Friday night, when the Bruins lost to New Mexico 35-10 at the Rose Bowl. Now, Foster was a surprise hire last year. You remember going into last year. You remember head coach Chip Kelly. He left a little bit late in the coaching cycle when, coaches get hired and fired. And he became the new offensive coordinator for Ryan Day in Ohio State and helped lead them to a national championship. So to the outside, though, it seemed like Kelly wasn't very happy with UCLA, and UCLA wasn't very happy with him. There seemed to be some friction or disagreement there, but he had won just enough games where they really couldn't get rid of him. So the timing of his departure set UCLA back from the jump. And then they had DeShaun Foster, an alum who was on the staff, and he was at the right place at the right time, and they promoted him. Again, it was a surprise hire at the time. But the players seemed elated with the move. A lot of people liked him over there. And then you got into the summer and the Big Ten Media Days, his opening press conference, his infamous press conference where he literally froze under the lights. Some wondered if he was ready or not. He put that aside, jumped into the season, and then it started with a 3-point win at Hawaii. Now, things did not go well there with substantial losses to Indiana, LSU, Oregon, Penn State, and then Minnesota. Now, granted, that's a tough stretch of schedule for even the most seasoned coaches. And then finally, they did turn some things around last year. They had wins at Rutgers and Nebraska and against Iowa, and it showed some positive signs. Thought he was getting it turned around there. In fact, the Bruins won 4 of their last 6 games to go 5-7. So there was a little bit of a feeling that there was something to build on in 2025. And certainly it's a lot easier to go into a recruit's house and go, hey, we got hot at the end of the year. We're turning it around. Come be a part of the mighty UCLA, play in the Rose Bowl, Los Angeles, all that. And I think, to be honest with you, they have recruited fairly well. And because of that. And then they got their quarterback. Nico Iamaleava famously left Tennessee, a team that he led to the playoffs. It was in the national headlines for weeks. And whether it was ultimately for name, image, and likeness or to play in a different offense or just to come back home because he's from Southern California, he was back and on the UCLA team. And then coaches could use that to recruit kids out of the transfer portal. So again, you take your finish last year, 4 out of 6, and you start recruiting the high school kids, and then there's the winter transfer portal as well. But then you go bring in a quarterback that everybody just saw play in a playoff game. It's like, oh, he must be good. Let's go play with him. And a lot of Southern Cal kids know who he is. So it's like, hey, let's get the band back together. So it felt like there was a little bit of momentum behind the scenes, but when you start recruiting kids, they can't help you this year. They're not here yet. And things on the football field started to fall apart, and it just kind of snowballed at this point. So, 2025 has been off to a rough start. They never led in their 3 games. They, first of all, had to open up against a pretty good Utah team, a ranked team, lost 43-10. But then they had an embarrassing loss on the road at UNLV, 30-23. It was a game they were down, they were just down 23-0. To their credit, they chipped away, got themselves back into it with a chance, but they lose 30-23. But then the icing on the cake was Friday's loss at home to New Mexico, another team they should not have lost to, and lost handily, 35-10. Now, I was watching that game, and I'm just, the thing that sticks out of my mind was the end of the first half. They had a 7-play drive going, about a minute to go, and they just mismanaged it. They mismanaged the clock. They had poor protection. By the way, they had poor protection for Nico all season long. That was another problem. He was always scrambling, always on the move, always under duress. There was poor play selection, I thought, and there were penalties. And they came away with no points. And I think that probably was the final nail from the UCLA faithful regarding DeShaun Foster. So what do they do moving forward? Well, they have a whole lot of football to still play this year. So Tim Skipper was the special assistant on the team for Foster, and he's been elevated to interim head coach, and he will be the head coach for the remainder of the year while they decide what they're going to do moving forward for next year. So Foster gets the buyout, and they'll have to move forward. And, again, what do you do if you're UCLA? We've seen them promote from within. We've seen them give maybe a lesser named coach a chance. I'm thinking back to the days of Carl Durrell. They've gone for the big name before, whether it be Rick Neuheisel or Jim Moore or Chip Kelly. And just none of it has worked. So I really don't know what direction they will go in moving forward at the end of this football season. I mean, they'll get a jump on it. I mean, everybody knows the job's open now. But Tim Skipper will coach them for the final 9 games of this season. And then you wonder, what is Nico Iamaleava going to do? He transferred in there. Now he's going to go, is this thing a mess? Do I want to stay? Or is he going to go again? Or is he going to stay and ride it out and try and fix it? I don't know. It's up to him. And it's probably way too early to even let that enter into his mind. So, by the way, Tim Skipper has had interim coach experience before. He did this at Fresno State for a while, so he knows what to do. And he'll try and get them going here for the rest of the season. And their next game is their Big Ten opener against Northwestern on the road. And then Saturday, they got a big job. The following Saturday, they got a big job because number 2 Penn State, actually, it's not the next Saturday. It's October 4th. They'll come in, and Penn State, number 2 in the country, will come in and take on UCLA at the Rose Bowl. So a lot going on there out on the West Coast. Would love your comments on it. UCLA fan, let's hear from you. What direction do we go in? Should they have let Foster finish out the season? You tell me. Give me a comment. We're here every day. All things Big Ten. Hit that free subscribe button down below and join the club. Again, we're here every day. Follow us wherever you get your podcasts. And if you're audio only, don't forget we're on Spotify and Apple, as well as the videos on YouTube, so you never miss a single episode. We also ask you if you could hit that little share arrow and send this to somebody, because if you're a Big Ten fan, I know you know other Big Ten people. It's just natural. Go ahead and send us to them and let them know we're out here each and every day. We have a website where all of our podcasts go at talkbig10.com. And also we're on Twitter at talkbig10 as well. Coming up, I will tell you what our special plans are for this Saturday. We're going to do something we have never done before right here on Locked On Big Ten. That's coming up in a minute. Let me tell you about the game cap. These guys are fantastic. If you think about the old school hats you used to wear, maybe when you were a student going to games, maybe you still go to the games, you got a really old hat. Maybe it needs to freshen up a little bit. But it's got the old logo that you like. Well, that's where the game cap comes in here. All right. Now, I'm a Big Ten person, but I went to Indiana. So they sent me these. I'll show them how good these look. Look at that. I got home and away, red and white, nice stitching, the old school logos. Can't get those anywhere else. So check that out at the game. And the vintage styles the fans wore in the 80s and the 90s. And guess what? You could still get them for the same price that you got them back then. You just need to use my special code Locked On, Get the vintage hat for $16.99. $16.99. Head to thegamecaps.com. That's thegamecaps.com. Grab your team's classic bar or retro circle design and use the code LOCKEDON for an exclusive discount because legends wear the game. 5 Hour Energy gives you that boost of energy you need at work, maybe out on the golf course, maybe running errands. Caffeine just got a flavor upgrade. 5 Hour Energy shots deliver tasty caffeine in 17 bold flavors. Each 2-ounce shot packs the caffeine of a premium 12-ounce cup of coffee plus B vitamins and nutrients. It's healthy. Zero sugar, zero crashes. We love how portable they are. Again, throw them in your golf bag or your lunch bag at work or your backpack. Easy to go. You'll love it. You'll love the flavor. You'll love the boost of caffeine. So enough of the boring, flavorless caffeine. It's time to give your caffeine a flavor upgrade with 5 Hour Energy shots. Get the favorites you love or be bold and try something new in-store, online, www.5hourenergy.com. Remember, this is the number 5. 5hourenergy.com or at Amazon today. You like watching games? They're exciting. They're even more exciting if you got a little something on them with FanDuel. NFL season is here. No more delaying. Be ready for the next kickoff. Right now, new customers can bet just $5. And if that bet wins, you'll get $300 in bonus bets to use across the app. Player props, point spreads, point totals, futures, all of it. It's so easy to use on the app and find out where you want to go. The paybacks are quick too. When you win. So are you ready to play? Download the FanDuel app by visiting FanDuel.com and get started. That's FanDuel.com to place your first $5 bet at FanDuel.com. All right, thanks for checking us out here on Locked On Big Ten. Now, we're here every day, but we do go live on Saturdays after the biggest games of the weekend. Couldn't make up my mind, to be honest with you. 2 big games this weekend. We got Michigan at Nebraska, 3:30 on CBS. That game's going to be over around 6:37 Eastern, 4 o'clock Pacific. We're going to go live after that one for my immediate reaction and your immediate reaction, because I got live time comment reaction from you all in real time. So we're very excited about that. So we'll do that, and then we'll sign off after that. And then we'll go watch the Illinois and Indiana game, a top 25 matchup with playoff implications in the Big Ten. And we'll go live again at 11 o'clock Eastern, 8 o'clock Pacific. So 2 for the price of 1. We're doing a doubleheader. It's like a day-night doubleheader with Locked On Big Ten on Saturday. Mark your calendars right there for this Saturday. In the meantime, because we're here every day, we got the live one Saturday, but we're here every day. You can interact with us at Twitter, at Talk Big Ten. Don't forget our website, talkbig10.com. Before you go, hit that free subscribe button. That way you'll never miss another episode. And don't forget, college football fans, Locked On and Fire TV present the College Football Kickoff, your ultimate college football weekly preview. Drake Toll hosts it from Locked On Big 12. 2-time AP Coach of the Year, Gary Patterson. Jesse Holley, former college football star, and all of our Locked On experts get you ready for everything you need to know. The college football preview that only Locked On can do. Catch College Football Kickoff every Thursday throughout the season on Fire TV. That'll do it for us. I can't wait till we meet again tomorrow. Tell your friends about us. Check us out tomorrow. We'll have Tuesday tweets, all that coming up. For Locked On Big Ten, I'm Craig Sheeman. See you next time.